I just spent the last weekend in the Swiss mountains making music with 7 other producers. And in this video, I wanted to share some snippets of how that was. But most importantly, I wanted to share the 3 things that I've learned in this experience so that you can also take away something from this video. So the camp was organized by my homie Fly Dutch Guy. He's a music producer based in Switzerland as well. And he's really been killing it. Like, he's been traveling the world. He's just got a placement with a big rapper called Lil Got It. He also has a YouTube channel, so I'll link it below so that you can check it out as well if you're interested. And so the first thing that I realized or learned in this experience was that Novelty is a great tool for inspiration. Going to a camp like this will give you so many new inputs, be it just the different space that you're in, also the different kind of people that are there. Everyone's making different kind of music. And in my experience, one thing that was really game-changing for me was that Fly Dutch Guy also brought his Prophet 10, which is an amazing synthesizer. And it was the first time I was actually experiencing it. And to be honest, I just couldn't stop using that thing because it's so awesome. Like, it sounds so good. I don't know, I was just there all day making beats, making samples, and trying out these sounds. And the thing about things that are new to you is that they spark this kind of curiosity. So you're thinking like, what would happen if I do this? What happens if I do that? That's really the driver for creativity. It's really what creates new ideas for you. So I'm going to show you a little snippet of me cooking up some samples with the Prophet 10. It's really easy for us producers to get stuck in our environment, in our studio, you know, making the same kind of beats, making the same kind of ideas. And it's like you follow the same patterns every time you make new music. So the more novelty that you can experience, the more you can kind of break out of these patterns. And so this experience once again showed me that going to a new space, being with new people you don't know will really make a difference for your inspiration and for your creativity as well. All right, so the second thing that I've learned is to not shy away from different genres. In this camp, most producers were more trap or hip hop oriented. And personally, I don't hate trap. I listen to it when I go to the gym. It pumps me up. It makes me feel, you know, driven and all that. But I personally don't really produce trap. And for me, it's kind of hard to listen to trap beats for a long time and be in the studio for like 3 hours and listen to a trap beat. So in the first moment I got there, I was like, damn, this is going to be a tough weekend. Turns out it wasn't that way. Like, if you go into a space where people are in a different genre, it can put you in a different mind state because, you know, I feel like every genre has a kind of group of people who are in that space, and then these people have a certain mindset and, you know, also a different workflow. So one thing that I've realized with people who make trap beats is that they often really don't overthink things. You know, those trap beats, most of the times they're very simple, but that's kind of the strength of this genre. It's like to take the simplest idea and make something that is catchy, something that is, you know, really cool. Being open to explore different genres that you usually wouldn't explore. You know, just go work with people who make something else. That will make you a better producer at the end of the day because it will give you new paths of how to make music. I often think of chord progressions and how does this chord go to that other chord and how can I do the bass line and all these kind of things. While in this experience, I learned that, you know, just take a simple melody, throw some drums on them, make them sound fat, and, you know, you got it. So I learned that sometimes it's just easier than you think. You don't need to overthink shit. So I'll show you some snippets of some more trappy kind of music that I've produced in this weekend as well. the third thing that I learned in this camp is that surrounding yourself with like-minded people is really something important. I live in a small town in Switzerland, and I'm basically the only person who makes this kind of music, the music that I make, and who is in this mindset that I am in. So, you know, in the mindset of I want to build a career in music production as well. And so it's really easy to get stuck into being by yourself, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. You know, sometimes it's really good to be by yourself and hustle and lock in. But it can also be a bit hard sometimes to just be by yourself all the time and not have like-minded people around you. So just being around these people is kind of a confirmation of, you know, you're going on the right path. You're doing something that is not too crazy. You're not alone, man. You know, like I live with my dad, and he's like, his mindset is totally different from mine. He's like, yeah, you know, you should get a job. You should do all these things. And I think that many producers can relate with this. And so sometimes that makes you feel like you're doing something wrong, or, you know, you're not doing the right thing. Just being around these people is kind of a confirmation. It's like, it makes you feel like, oh, okay, I'm not the only one who's doing this. So if you're someone who's doing a lot of things solo, try to connect with producers. If you see some camps coming up somewhere, try to get in there and just connect with those people, because it will definitely help you in your mind state, also in your confidence. You know, you will feel like, okay, I'm doing something, these people are doing something as well, so let's go. It kind of makes you more motivated as well. If you want to watch a video that shows you the process of trying out new things and being in a creative flow, I have this video right here in which I use some new percussions that I bought to make something new and to be inspired. So you can check that out right here. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.